everybody. Good morning. So it's our first review for the book which I shared that will be starting with The Startup of You by Reid Hoffman, the co-founder of LinkedIn, and Ben Casinocha. So I've highlighted so many important things and things that I've, there's so many awesome things in this book. Like I said, I already almost finished reading the book, but I'm kind of rereading it. So I'm taking from chapter 1, again, and so I can explain to you guys some of the cool stuff I found. We're going to just have like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, 5 minutes max. And I'm hoping I can give you the nuggets of, the most important parts of this book for all of us that may not have time to read. But I hope some of you are creating the time to read. So the chapter 1 of this book talks about being an entrepreneur. It says all humans are entrepreneurs. And what the writer is trying to say is that not all humans are entrepreneurs because all humans are supposed to start a business, but because there's a creative power in every human, which is true. Many of us find ourselves in situations and want to fix it or, do something to get it better. And you're thinking in your head, how can I? The moment you're thinking like that, trying to create something new or something that, is not usually done. So one of the things I underlined here is 1, take intelligent and bold risks to accomplish something great. Build a network of alliances to help you with intelligent resources and collective action. Pivot to a breakout opportunity. So many of us, including myself, we take risks, but we don't always do, like, I don't know, there's this thing like I told what I've been telling myself this year, and is what I'm telling you guys. If it's not convenient, then I need to do it. Like, I'm laying in my bed and I know I want to do something, I don't feel like doing it, and I just tell myself it's not about how you feel. Emotions is not part of this. It's not whether you want to do it or not. It's whether you have to do it. Did you set to do it? So that is one of the key takeaways in this book. So, take bold risks. Just do it afraid. I hear this a lot, but I don't know if I really do it myself. I've done many bold things. Like, people will look and say it's bold, but I know somehow it was really, really, really within my capacity. So if the things that people look at me and say I do or I've done in the past is bold, I can imagine if I get out of my comfort zone and do what's actually not convenient. And many of us are the same, like in my shoe. So another thing from the book is said is, as humans, we're always in a competition. And it says, the failure to recognize and match competition and an unwillingness to exploit opportunities that contain risk and an inability to adapt to relentless change. That's one of the problems some of us face. Some of us are kind of rigid, like, you don't even know that you are that way. How flexible to change are you? So that's what this is about. Try and be introspective, like look into yourself and ask questions like, how can I do this thing better? Then another thing he talked about is the being in a permanent beta like BET, if I'm pronouncing that well. Permanent beta is always realizing there is a need to do better or to change. The CEO of Amazon always ends his speeches with and today it's day one. It's day one in Amazon, because every day is a day one, meaning every day we're starting again. And people used to describe Apple as the largest startup in the world because they never get there. Like, there is really no there. Both of us know. I always tell myself, what I am today, many of it I didn't know I can be. So if my mind has changed, my wants have changed, my needs have changed, a company should be aware the same that the market they serve is constantly changing. So they have to stay in that, permanent beta mindset. And as individuals, the same goes to us. You have to stay very creative and, open to change. Like, things will always change around you. How open are you to that? Then, one of the things I underline is say, get busy living or get busy dying. If you are not growing, you are contracting. If you are not moving forward, you are moving backward. Take it or leave it. If you're not moving, you know why you are moving backward. Think about it. Some of us have little cousins that we used to take to school, and some of them are already graduated from college. If you have not done anything with your life post-college, if they can say they are growing, then you are not stable. You are contracting because they met you. You guys are like in the same phase in life now. So you need to keep growing to show progression in your life. So, explore and don't get carried away and don't get comfortable. I think I shared something last week on the page. It says don't get comfortable. It says stay paranoid. Paranoia with balance, not like the extreme. Nothing is good extreme, but always know there's something changing. How can I do this thing better? What are my competitors doing? What's my competition doing? So why I like this book is it always says some of the things that you should do, as a practice. And for this chapter 1, it says develop your competitive advantage in the market by combining 3 puzzle pieces: your assets, your aspirations, and the market realities. So make sure that all of these things are things that you take into consideration. Think about it. How much of a permanent beta is my life? Am I constantly trying to improve the way I do things? Am I caught up in myself? Have I arrived in my mind? Or even if I don't feel like I've arrived in my mind, but how am I fighting for what I want to achieve? How am I, pushing myself towards what I want to become? So, just to spare your time, this is what I'll be sharing today. Put your questions in the comment section. I'll provide a link to buy this book, and if you're interested, it would be very cool if you guys can ask me questions or share what you guys are also learning, so that I can learn some things that I'm not even seeing, So excuse me. Sorry. So it's Sunday and I'm trying to get ready for church, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. Do something different this week. I don't know, just do something out of your comfort zone this week. If you usually work till 5, work till 6 this week. If you usually sleep and wake up at 6 a.m., wake up at 5:30 this week. If you work out in the gym 30 minutes, work out for 5 minutes this week. Just do something this week and share it with me next week. Have a great week, and my favorite music in the back.